back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Boipelo. Welcome. I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are doing okay. It's good vibes towards you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. And if you haven't subscribed, I mean, what you waiting for? Like I said last week, it's another request. I mean, this one is a very easy one, guys. I feel like it should be a part of my public hospital experience in South Africa, but yeah, I'll make that into a playlist. Yeah, I guess I should do that. But yeah, so I have another request from Asabi. Let's see. Like, guys, my skin today, I don't know. My T-zone is very, is out here, but so today's request is from, I can't pronounce your surname, girl. I don't even want to try and spell it and pronounce it Gatswana, because Gobulan is exciting, but I'll just say Winnie said, girl, you are so real and tell it as is. Can you please do a video of your hospital bag for public hospitals? And I was like, I got you. I didn't say that, but that was the spirit that I had in the moment. The vibe, Anyway, thank you for the comment, Winnie. I appreciate you guys' support. Like I said last week, it means a lot when you guys interact and engage. So yeah, before I get into this video though, I just want to give a disclaimer that I'm not really sure if all hospitals have the same procedure and all of that, and policies and all of that. I don't know. This is my experience. Again, in all my public hospital videos, I did say this is my experience. So if you go to a public hospital and you experience something different, don't say Boipelo say no. I don't know. And you know your government, okay? Okay, you know your government, and you know what? Hush. So yeah. Also, please excuse the noises outside. Like, my boyfriend corrected me, like, it's not noisy, it's noise. So please excuse the noise. Are you happy? That side. It's him and the baby. Okay. Cool, we can get into this video. So for my public hospital bag, Winnie, I had 2 bags. Simply because it was winter. I gave birth in May in Krugersdorp. So I wasn't playing around. I had packed 2 bags because then I had a gown, I had a polar fleece in there, because also I was packing for an induction instead of packing for, I'm gonna go into labor, I'm just gonna get there, have my baby and leave. I was packing because then I knew I was gonna sleep there. So I had my toothbrush and everything, I had my washcloth, I had a bar of soap, I didn't have a comb, I didn't care. I had a mini afro, I honestly didn't care. I didn't have a comb. I had a head wrap, so I had packed things I knew, okay, I'm staying for a while, you know what I'm saying? I don't know exactly when I'm gonna have the baby. Okay, so yeah. I remember I had packed my gown. I had packed a nightie in my bag. I had packed a gown, a nightie. It was loose. It was very loose on me. And it still fits me now. It's shocking. I had gained no weight. Anyway, I had packed my gown, a nightie. I advise you to pack something you can unbutton, because immediately after you give birth, if you're giving birth in that, you're gonna have to breastfeed, you know what I'm saying, and you need something, easy access. I had packed my nightie, I had socks, slippers, I had my toiletries, like I said. I packed pads. Okay, these you're supposed to get at the hospital as well, but like I said in my labor and delivery, that it was packed, so they ran out of pads. And luckily, you always come prepared. Don't rely, okay? your baby, your delivery come prepared. So I had pads as well, and I had a pack of undies, of like 5 undies. I went to Woolies and I bought the full panty. So you can go to Woolies, go wherever. I know Pep also sells the like full panty, bruh. Why is it full panty? Full panty, full one, because then you're gonna be wearing a huge pad. You need it to hold, you know what I'm saying? When you leave, right? Or after you deliver, if you do want to wear your underwear, because as soon as you, like, if you're going to the hospital or the clinic when you're in labor, like, what are you doing with underwear on? First of all, like, your underwear shouldn't be on. But because it was an induction for me, I went there fully dressed properly, and I was fine. But the minute I started feeling pain, someone was like, one of the girls was like, take off your underwear, bro. Like, why do you still have your underwear on? But I had packed underwear because after having the baby, I felt uncomfortable walking around the hospital with my parts just, and also they were sensitive. I had just been stitched. I don't want them all exposed. They just stick a pad. They just put a pad. It doesn't have wings. They just put it down there. And obviously you have thighs, so your thighs and your ass are gonna hold it together. Sorry, TMI. They're gonna hold it. But I felt uncomfortable walking around all exposed like that, so I had underwear. So I had packed underwear, and that's all I can remember. In my baby's bag, I had packed. We were given a pack of diapers, newborn Huggies diapers at the hospital. People from Huggies came. They gave us a mini class and a mini, session yana about, taking care of your baby's navel and all of that. And washing your baby, all of that, how to hold them and all that. And they gave us baby soap from Johnson's, a pack of wipes, and a pack of newborn diapers. It was very tiny. It was like 5 diapers inside. So I had that, the wipes. I didn't have the soap because I knew I wasn't using. I knew that I wasn't gonna be using soap on my baby. I only started using soap like after a while, maybe, I don't know, maybe after like 3 months or 6 months, I don't remember. But I had packed the wipes, the diapers, her clothes, like a vest, a onesie, a beanie, a blanket, like some socks, like warm things, because then you need to maintain the warmth, because then they are coming out of a warm environment. You need to maintain that. And I don't know if this is because the hospital was packed, but now like, no, I didn't see any baby getting washed at the hospital, which I liked, actually, to be honest, for a public hospital, because I'm just like, babies get lost. The fact that you're gonna take my baby and it's packed, like, my mom was very worried, and she was like, after you give birth, if they don't show you your baby, tell them, I want to see my baby. Can I see my baby? So luckily I gave birth, and my nurse was actually like, look at your baby. But yeah, they didn't wash the babies. They would literally wipe their faces, wrap them up. The most important thing is to keep the baby warm. So they literally wrap them up immediately. A wipe, and wrap, and then wipe their faces thoroughly. And then they put my baby in an incubator, because then my stitching was gonna take very long. Some people get stitched while they're doing skin to skin with their babies. I literally got to do skin to skin for like less than a minute, because she showed me the baby and then did whatever she was doing, and then she gave me the baby, and then emotional crying, all of that, and then she was like, I'm gonna go call the doctor, blah blah blah, your stitching is really bad, whatever. And she left, and she came back like, yeah, maybe let's say I got skin to skin for like 2 minutes. And then she took my baby, wrapped her up and all of that, wiped her, put her in the incubator, did the oxygen things, and then continued to then stitch me, because it was going to take a while. Yeah, at some point I was shaking. I don't know if, like, at some point they were stitching me and I was just like shaking. I think that's the loss of blood. I don't know. I'm not sure. I gave birth naked. I gave birth naked, guys. Like, I went in, I had my gown. When I went to the delivery room, I was still walking myself. I was fine. I was walking fine. I was in pain. I was having contractions, but I was walking myself. I had my bags. The nurse was like, so many bags, and she held my bag and whatever, and we went. And then we got there, and then I took off my everything because of the bleeding. I really thank her for that, because then it was a lot of blood. Okay, so I took off my socks, everything, my nightie, I took it off. It was by my neck. I just went and put it by my neck. And yeah, and I had the drip and everything, and I gave birth. And after that, I was able to just, like, after she washed my lower body of like the blood and everything, and put the pad on me, I was able to then put on my nightie. So as I'm like, take something loose fitting. You want something you're gonna be free in. Something. Don't take pants. Don't take pants when you're going to deliver a baby. So that's what I had packed. And most importantly, your ID. I don't know if clinics do this, but a hospital should do this because that one did. They have like home affairs section, or like a kiosk in the maternity ward, where like after you give birth, when you are ported to the maternity ward, and they're checking your baby's blood pressure, yours and all of that, they will ask for your ID so that they can just get your baby's birth certificate going right there and then. I didn't have it, but I'm glad I didn't have it, because then they don't give the option for the father to be on the birth certificate. They just take your details and they be like, okay, so Lila Langwana Gemang, and then you give them the baby's name, and that's it. And then you can go collect your baby's birth certificate at your home affairs, wherever. So yeah, they did that. Yeah, so please, yeah, just carry your ID. Even if you're going to a clinic, you never know. I don't know what clinics do. So even if you're going to a clinic, pack your ID. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't do it, because then, I wanted her birth certificate to have her father on it, So yeah. Yeah, and that's all I packed, I think. That's all I packed. And I remember, guys, like the hospital, because then they used to doing everything and applying for the birth certificate right there and then, they didn't give me the proof of, is it proof of birth? What is it? Is it proof of birth? Something like that. I think that's what it's called. They didn't give that to me, because then when they're doing everything there, everything stays there. So because I didn't do it there, I guess they figured I had done it, and I don't know what I'm supposed to leave with. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the documentation I'm supposed to leave with. I left with the baby's card, the booklet they give you, these new cute books they give you. I left with something else. You need to show to security that this is your baby, whatever. I don't know what it is. Like, I was supposed to leave with 3 things. Her card, that document you showed to security, and the proof of birth or something like that. And they didn't give me the proof of birth. And you have until a certain time to get your baby a birth certificate. It was a mission. I remember my boyfriend had to go to, we were living in Midrand at the time. Yeah, we had already moved, and he had to go back to Krugersdorp and get the proof of whatever. And we tried getting the birth certificate in Midrand, and they were like, no, you need to go where you gave birth. And I was like, so what happens if I give birth in KZN and I move to Appington? What happens now? Like, I was just like, that don't make no sense, So, but we did go to Krugersdorp, and Home Affairs, we didn't go once. We went more than once, probably more than twice, but I don't know. We had it done anyway. It is what it is. But yeah, if you want things easy, and just come with your ID, and they'll do everything for you, and you'll collect it after 6 weeks or 2, 3, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, but like I said, I don't really know how all these hospitals work, because yeah, you never know, because then some hospitals are really incompetent and you're just like, oh no, they don't have a home affairs or whatever, they don't do this, they don't have pads, they don't do this, they don't do that. I know that you have to come prepared, but not all public hospitals are going to be the same, because they're not run by the same person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, some people are good at what they do and they want to do the best. You know what I'm saying? They want to serve people as best as they can, and some people just don't care. Some people just really, like, literally don't care. So yeah, just go prepared and have everything. I mean, the nurses are going to tell you. You can even ask nurses. Let me also answer another question. Someone asked me someone DM'd me on Instagram, yeah, and they asked me about giving birth at a public hospital, even if you go for checkups at a private doctor. And I want to say that just because I'm talking about, like, as young as I am, just because I'm saying I gave birth at a public hospital doesn't mean I just walked into a hospital. Well, I did. But you go to a hospital if the clinic feels like, okay, this could be a risky delivery, so we'd rather take you to a hospital just in case we don't have, the necessary equipment for if anything goes wrong. You know what I'm saying? If it's a high risk or it's a possibly risky pregnancy or delivery, they will literally send you to the hospital. Now, I gave birth at a hospital because I had a family member who works there and I had just moved to the place. I don't know where the clinic was and all of that jazz. And she was like, come to the hospital, blah, blah, blah. Come, like, and yeah, she was like, come to the hospital. And actually, I ended up needing to go to a hospital because then I was booked for an induction, and I don't think clinics do that. But yeah, ultimately, I needed a hospital. But when I went there, it wasn't, you don't just go there. You go there when the clinic refers you to a hospital, unless it's an emergency and you pop up by ambulance to a hospital. They can't turn you back if you're in labor. They cannot. You can sue. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just gave birth at a hospital because of that. So yeah, and if you are going to a private doctor but you want to give birth at a public hospital, you talk to your doctor. Because I remember I had issues with my health, and I went to a GP, obviously, and obviously they're private, and he asked me, like, where is your closest public hospital? And I was like, what's this? I forgot the name of the hospital. It's in town. I forgot. It's not in town, but it's in town. Whatever. I don't know. But he referred me to a public hospital. He gave me two options, and this is obviously when you don't have medical aid. They'll give you two, like, okay, which public hospital? And even if you do, if you say, I want to give birth at a public hospital, excuse me, your doctor should be able to be like, okay, cool, I'll refer you to whichever hospital, which hospital you want to go to, and they will refer you to a hospital, right? Because then I was referred to a hospital where I wasn't assisted by him. I was assisted by a different surgeon, and he just had gave me a referral letter, and that was it. So yeah, that's that. Okay, guys, this video is done. Like, labor and delivery has so many things that you could, like, so many possible questions and all of that. But yeah, I hope I answered your question, Winnie. It's just be prepared. Pack whatever you think you may need, because our situations differ. Like, when you pack the bag, you pack it beforehand, you pack it ahead of time. You never know what's gonna happen. So just be prepared and pack warm clothes. Even though it's summer, pack warm clothes. Okay, even if it's summer, even if it's spring, pack warm clothes. Yeah, for the baby. Yeah, and pack something warm for you as well. Otherwise, this is the end of this video, and if you guys have more questions, I'm not gonna answer all questions via video. If it's short, nice and short and all of that, then I will, answer in the comment section. But if it's something that requires explaining and all of that, and typing, we all know this, typing is... So if it's something like that, then I will answer via a video, But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you, Winnie, for the question. I love you, girl. Love you, girl. Day one. Yeah, I'll see you guys on my next video. Make sure you subscribe. Like, guys, people have a problem with subscribing. Subscribing is free. I know when you hear subscription, you're thinking, oh my god, 7 rand a day. No. It's free. So subscribe. Okay? Okay, guys, I'll see you in my next video.